remake, reboot. They use all these horrible words.
Right.
And for us, like, I don't believe it's either of those things.
How excited are you to be returning to And Just Like That?
You know, it didn't hit me really. I read some scripts yesterday morning.
Okay.
Terrific. But it didn't hit me until I was in wardrobe yesterday. And it was like literally stepping into the shoes again. It was crazy. I was just telling my friend, who's now the new chairman of all of Warner Brothers, that I probably was wearing about $200,000 worth of clothing yesterday. And it was like right away, it's like, oh, this is us. Here we are.
Right. I was gonna ask if you had seen any scripts, but since you said you already have.
We just did. And we're gonna read some, I think tomorrow. I'm gonna read them.
Oh, great. What was your I'm sure you can't reveal what's in the script, but what was your reaction when you read it?
My reaction was that they were real and funny, and it sounded like us, and the new characters are terrific, and it just felt very like home in not a forced way either.
Right.
It had a really nice light touch, like, oh, here we are, 2021, this is who we are now. And that it was just like very elegantly handled. So
I love that. Do you know why they're not calling the show Sex and the City? I know a lot of fans are a little confused with the title change. Is there a reason behind it that you're aware of?
No, I don't know. I mean, I can theorize like anyone else, but I think it's like these are not Sex and the City episodes. These are And Just Like That episodes. Meaning it's now. It's not, whenever they say, people like you who do this for a living, it's an easy thing to talk about, remake, reboot. They use all these horrible words.
Right.
And for us, like, I don't believe it's either of those things. It's new episodes about people that we know and their lives now, which has nothing to do possibly with their lives 10 years ago.
Right. That's interesting. So do you think that there's a little bit of a tone change? Because Sex and the City, the original series, and even the films had such a specific tone that I think resonated with so many people. Does it feel different when reading it?
It felt, the greatest compliment I could give to Michael Patrick King, which I did yesterday, is it sounds like us.
Mm-hmm.
It reads like us. So the thing about the tone, like when people discuss tone of Sex and the City,
right,
like the tone is any different thing. I mean, it can be madcap hilarious.
Right.
It can be ironically funny, and it can be very moving, all in one scene.
Right.
So that tone is the same, meaning that it doesn't really have one. It's about these people that the audience I'm meaning is very close to these people.
Right.
As full characters, rather, when the joy, I've been fortunate enough to do a number of long run shows.
Right.
The joy of doing a long run show is that every TV show starts the same. Every character represents whatever they represent. Like, that's the smart one, that's the slutty one, that's the nerdy one, that's the gay one, whatever it is.
Right.
Because the joy of a long run is then you're peeling back layers every episode to full, complete people.
Absolutely.
And we had so much opportunity to do that these are real people to people who are fans of the show. And we honor that. We really honor that. We're not going to all of a sudden, they're not saying their full thoughts or they're not being their full selves. That's not going to happen. It's going to be right there. We're living in a different world, and the scripts reflect that.